The 1980s didn't just give us big hair and neon. They built the R&B gods we still stream today. Some became icons, some crashed out, some quietly disappeared. In this video, we track what happened after their #1 moment and how fame really aged every single one of them off stage forever. In 1980, R&B suddenly felt like it had a new center of gravity, and it was Michael Jackson. Fresh out of the Jackson's era, he's riding the wave of Off the Wall, released in late 1979 into 1980. Mixing disco, soul, and pop like it's nothing. Rock With You and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough prove he's not just a former child star, he's the main event. The rest of the decade is pure domination. Thriller, bad moonwalks, world tours, and music videos that feel like short films. But that kind of fame doesn't come free. The more mythic he becomes, the stranger the stories get. Plastic surgery rumors, isolation, lawsuits, and a level of pressure no one else understands. By the time he's planning his This Is It, come back in 2009, his health is fragile, the spotlight is brutal, and the world is about to lose its biggest pop star. His story is brilliant, yet tragic. In 1981, Lionel Richie is quietly becoming unstoppable. He's already written monster hits with the Commodores, but going solo lets him lean fully into the big ballads and feel-good anthems. Endless Love, Truly, and All Night Long turn him into the king of wedding slow dances and family parties across the planet. Through the mid-80s, he's everywhere. MTV award shows, charity anthems like We Are the World, smiling while the whole music industry sings along.
There comes a time when we heed a certain...
When trends shift in the 90s, Lionel doesn't chase every sound. He just slips into legend mode. The albums come slower, but the tours, residencies, and TV appearances keep stacking up. Eventually, he's on American Idol, mentoring kids whose parents probably conceived them to his songs. He becomes that rare thing, a soft-voiced balladeer who survives every era without ever really becoming uncool. In the end, Lionel Richie ages into pure comfort music royalty for everyone. Meanwhile, 1982 belongs to someone who's already a legend, Stevie Wonder. Unlike most of the decade's stars, he isn't breaking out. He's maintaining this insane high level he built in the 70s. That Girl and Do I Do prove he can slide into slick 80s production while still sounding completely like himself. As the years roll on, Stevie becomes less about chasing the charts and more about moments, big duets, charity singles, tributes, Grammys, and surprise performances where he steals the entire show. Younger artists line up just to share a stage or a studio session with him. By the 2000s and 2010s, he's treated like a living museum and a friend at the same time. Someone you study and someone you cheer for. Stevie Wonder turns from hitmaker into permanent reference point for what musical genius actually sounds like. By that point, nobody questions his place in music history ever. If you're enjoying this deep dive, hit like and subscribe. It truly supports the channel and keeps these R&B and soul stories coming. In 1983, the comeback story everyone quietly roots for belongs to Aretha Franklin. She's already the queen of soul, but The early 80s charts aren't treating her like royalty yet, with 1982's Jump to It and 1983's Get It Right. She reminds radio that her voice can cut straight through any era's production tricks. She leans into the new sounds without losing that church-trained fire. After the 80s, Aretha shifts from regular chart competitor to once-in-a-generation presence. She picks her moments. The jaw-dropping Nessun Dorma replacement at the Grammys, a hat that steals Barack Obama's inauguration, televised tributes where every younger singer looks terrified to follow her. By the time she passes away in 2018, she isn't just a former #1 R&B artist. She's the template for every powerhouse vocalist who came after, the permanent answer to who's the real queen in every messy online music debate ever. Her reign never really ends for fans. By 1984, Prince is moving like his own planet, and the rest of pop culture is just orbiting. When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, and the whole Purple Rain era turned him into a one-man industry. Writer, producer, guitarist, movie star, fashion icon, the 80s are his playground. Stadium tours, shock TV performances, record-breaking runs. Then the backlash to that same machine. Fights with his label, the name changed to an unpronounceable symbol, slave written on his face. That stubborn refusal to be owned. Through the 90s and 2000s, he keeps touring, experimenting, dropping albums whenever he wants, often ignoring traditional promotion completely. By the time streaming takes over, Prince is the loudest voice yelling about artists owning their masters. His sudden death in 2016 feels unreal, but the vault, the live footage, and the imitators keep spilling out, proving nobody ever really did it like him, in any era. Then 1985 introduces Whitney Houston like a cheat code. Practically overnight, she goes from Clive Davis's secret weapon to the new gold standard for big voice pop and R&B. Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All make it clear this isn't just talent, it's precision-engineered vocal perfection. The late 80s and early 90s are peak Whitney, capped by The Bodyguard and I Will Always Love You. A ballad so massive it almost traps her in its shadow. Behind the scenes, the pressure, the gossip, the marriage drama, and addiction start eating away at that polished image. Her voice, once invincible, begins to sound human, then tired. Even so, every comeback performance carries weight because people remember what she was. When Whitney dies in 2012, the story feels painfully unfinished, but her influence is baked into almost every singer who came after, especially divas. But just when it feels like the decade belongs to unstoppable voices and power ballads, the next star steps in and proves R&B dominance can look sharper, cooler, and way more controlled. In 1986, Janet Jackson stops being just someone's little sister and becomes the architect of her own empire. Control isn't just an album title, it's the whole mission statement. Teaming up with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, she locks in a sound that's sharp, funky, and ruthlessly confident. Tracks like What Have You Done For Me Lately, Nasty, and Control turn her into the face of young, independent R&B. Through the late 80s and early 90s, Rhythm Nation 1814 world tours and razor-precise choreography cement her as a full-package performer. As trends shift, Janet leans into concept albums, sensual themes, and bold visuals, even when the media gets weird or judgmental. By the time newer pop stars arrive, they're mostly walking the blueprint she already drew. Tight storytelling, big videos, serious dancing. Janet doesn't just survive the 80s, she rewires what a modern R&B pop superstar can look like for everyone. By 1987, Luther Vandross has quietly become the patron saint of grown-up R&B. He isn't flashy in a tabloid way. He just keeps delivering velvet-smooth vocals and arrangements that feel like candlelight in sound form. Songs like Give Me the Reason, Stop to Love, and So Amazing make him the go-to voice for romance, heartbreak, and everything soft in between. Into the 90s, he keeps winning Grammys, touring, and being that singer other singers look up to. Even when trends swing toward hip-hop and new jack swing, Luther stays Luther, refusing to chase every blow him down, and a stroke in the early 2000s cuts his comeback short. When he dies in 2005, it feels like the end of a particular lane in R&B. The pure, adult, slow-burn elegance he embodied better than almost anyone. Fans know why that matters.
Don't care if I get rejected, at least then I won't regret it.
Then, 1988 hands the spotlight to Bobby Brown, the wild card of this lineup. Fresh from New Edition but eager to prove himself solo, he leans into a harder, more street-leaning R&B sound. Don't Be Cruel becomes a monster, with My Prerogative, Every Little Step, and Ronnie turning him into the prince of new jack swing. For a minute, he's everywhere. Posters on walls, TV performances, gossip columns, and rumors following him like backup dancers. But the same chaos that makes him exciting also starts dragging his career down. Legal trouble, addiction, and a turbulent marriage to Whitney Houston slowly eat into the music. The hits fade, the headlines don't. In the 2000s and beyond, he moves through reality shows, reunions, and grief, trying to reshape his story. Bobby Brown becomes living proof that sometimes success in the 80s came with a bill due later that never really feels paid. And just when it seems the decade might end in pure chaos and tabloid drama, the final year quietly crowns a different kind of ruler, someone built on grown folks' heartbreak, slow burns, and flawless control. By 1989, R&B feels like it's catching its breath, and that's where Anita Baker thrives. She isn't chasing trends or trying to shock anyone. She's perfecting the slow burn grown-up lane. Baby, yes, I tell you now that I made it. With songs like Just Because and the earlier Sweet Love still echoing through the decade, she becomes the voice of late-night living rooms, quiet car rides, and people who've actually lived a little. Her albums go multi-platinum, she racks up Grammys, and she does it all without drama headlines or chaotic meltdowns. As the 90s and 2000s roll in, she tours, takes breaks, comes back, and keeps a loyal audience that treats her more like family than a celebrity. Even now, when younger artists want to study how to sound rich, controlled, and emotional without over-singing, they end up back at Anita Baker. In the end, she turns restraint into pure power. Thanks for watching. If you love these R&B and soul stories, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment about which artist surprised you most. And when you're ready for more deep cuts, check out our next video on 10 mean underrated R&B and soul bands you need in your life.